change that he promised, he left all those same people who bankrupted us in power today. He disagreed so much with Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton's approach to many of the problems that are going on in the world, but turned around and made Hillary Clinton his number 3. The only person, if you go back to the debates, that was for the Iraqi war and basically called the Democrats a bunch of hypocrites if they thought we were going to get out of Iraq and leave within the next 10 years, or shouldn't stay and finish what we started, was Joe Biden. He made him his number 2. But here he is talking about, he is the only senator who voted against the Iraqi war, even though the Iraq war wasn't up for vote in the Senate. Okay? People are being won over by word games. They're being won over by political mind games. But I'm telling you, the average American needs to wake up, turn off the news, stop reading the biased newspapers, stop listening to the biased liberal college professors that teach in the United States today, and do their own digging, open up their Constitution, read the Bill of Rights, read their amendments, and study, and know what's actually afforded to them by law, and quit letting people interpret these things to them and tell them what they mean to them, and then force their interpretation on you. Okay, because this is how we're losing our sovereignty. If we actually go with a universal health care plan, like Hillary Clinton, like so many of the others that were up there, including Obama, put forth to us that we should have universal health care, you know what that means? Socialized medicine. Socialized medicine would be so bad for this country, because that means you're going to have to take a number. I'm going to have to take a number. It could be based on last names. It could be based on any number of things it could be based on. But that operation that you need, you may not be able to get it when you need it because your name is not up on that list. It's not ready. You may not be able to go in for treatment until March. You know, capitalistic society, as unfair as sometimes things may seem when people can't afford things, they're there for a reason. Because either we go out, we work, we strive, we live, survive, pay our taxes, participate, build our lives up to a point where we can take care of our children and provide for our future. Or we stay at home and we complain about what we don't have and how the government should give it to us. And every time we sit back and we complain about, hey, this is going wrong, the government should do something about it, they eat that up, because the moment the government comes in and does something about it, they take it over. They give the government more power and more power and more power, and you think you're doing something good. For instance, I'm not a smoker, but to turn around and tell somebody that they shouldn't be able to smoke on a public street and pass a federal law or a state law even saying they can't smoke on that public street infringes upon that person's freedoms. And it doesn't stop there. Even though you may not agree with smoking, even though you may believe that smoking is bad for your health, by taking away that person's freedom, you're taking a march down a road which there is no coming back from. There's absolutely no coming back from. I challenge each and every person who sees this video to finally sit and think about what it means to be free and what freedom is. And it's not socialism, it's not fascism, it's not Marxism, it's not us being out there working and paying our taxes so that we can pay for people who don't pay their taxes, who sit home and don't do what they need to do to provide for their own families, and say it's unfair that people are rich when people that are rich went to school, worked hard, got a good job, succeeded in life, and are being penalized for their good fortune. When top 5% of the highest earners in this whole nation pay 90% of the taxes, it's time to stop all the belly aching and realize it's time for us to be accountable for ourselves and take personal responsibility and stop saying that we need to take from the rich, they can afford it, while we sit back and do nothing. America was set up for us to come in, prosper, chase after our happiness, attain our dreams, or we could fail. The problem now is that we're not letting people fail. And it sucks. I'm not heartless. I don't like to see people fail. I don't like to see people on the street. But the other side of that is it's unfair for you to take my money, not charitably ask for my money, to help with an organization that's out there trying to do the right thing, or giving through my local church who should be providing for people who are in need, but rather just taking my money and making it law that I provide for someone who's not willing to go out and